low key, I was hoping you'd join us on Zoom so that I can actually see you. You know what I mean?
Asia, I eat a humble pie. Can't we do anything? Can't we switch just like that?
Perhaps you can like video call something. But thank you so much for giving us your time at this morning. Let's talk about this. I mean, where did the journey begin with See More Possibilities?
All right. Let me start by saying greetings to the listeners, like our beautiful audience, wherever they are, we see them. And thank you very much for lending an ear. Okay. The story is the See More Possibilities started when I came into this world in 1977, right? Back in the days. So everything revolves around the name. It's the name that I was given by my mother. Which is like Simo, Simo. And I'm happy to have this name, but obviously as I was growing up, I therefore said to myself, what can I do with this name? How can I twig it, or just to twig it a little bit so that I can commercialize it, so that I can make a couple of friends out of my name, because in my thinking was like, this could be easily turned into a commodity. And then in 1996, then the name was tweaked into Seemore, as an SEEMORE. Not that I had a problem with the original name, but obviously we are living in the world where we need to attract things, we need to be more magnetic. Then I said to myself, let me work around the name. But to respond, it started from birth.
And let's talk about the perspectives of vision. What are some of the misconceptions regarding vision and our eyes, and what do we know, what don't we know, what do we think we know?
All right. The biggest challenge that we're currently faced with right now, pardon me for starting with the challenges, is the fact that we are unable to visualize. I'm not generalizing, but from where I am, Usimo is coming from the previously disadvantaged area, like the ghetto, the township, right? So I've done a bit of a research, and I would get into spaces where people gather together and listen to the conversations. Like you'll find us like chilling. Maybe let's say it's a weekend. Maybe we have a cooler box. We are quenching the thirst. And now, when you listen to the conversations, we finish off whatever that we are drinking without coming out with an idea that can always be taken to another level, maybe the following day or the following week. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it's like we are too scared to zoom into the vision. We are too scared to come up with ideas. It's like we were so designed to consume forever and ever. Amen. You know what I'm saying? So I think we need to delve a little bit deep into this idea of visiting the future, where we close our eyes, visit the future, whatever that you saw while closing your eyes, quickly come back and then work towards what you've already seen while you were closing your eyes. So that subject of vision, it's a rare type of a thing where we are coming from. So I think we need to try our utmost best to visualize and stuff like that.
It's so interesting about what you're saying. I've received so much backlash for what you're saying now. So I'm glad that it's someone who's experienced, someone who works in this. Because I once said that I can't have friends I can't work with. It does not make sense to me that we're just sitting and chilling. Like I can chill by myself. But when I have friendships, like all my friends, we do more than just what we like. Go out and brunch. No. Like we all challenge each other. They're all super successful people. They're all, we all in our own lanes, but we thrive. We give each other different ideas. And I've received a fair backlash for that. Do you think the way we view our circles, is quite undermined? Kind of like setting up your future. You spoke about setting up your future, right? And kind of visiting the future. I mean, how do you do that when all you do is maslegisan? All we do is just sit in braai all day. We don't talk about anything substantial.
It's a plague, sis. It is a disease, like our world has been engulfed with too much negativity, and too much, excuse my French, too much brands, we come together simply because we look alike, the way we know, like the clothes that we wear, maybe like even the perfumes and so forth, which is like it's not a value add, to be quite honest. Yes, it's all good to talk about soccer models, this and that, but we need to find balance. We need to find equilibrium, that we do not finish the conversation without touching base on something that is like, we like South Africa is something else, good people. It's just that some of us haven't been into other countries to see the opportunities that exist outside there, or maybe for us to see the actual worth, we need to become the participants and not only the spectators. And for as long as we are not talking about how we are doing things, how we are developing, creating ideas and so forth, we're not going to achieve anything, good people. So yeah, I'm with you. I know how hard it is when you start to become more different and say, hey guys, how about us developing A, B, and C? I know you become the enemy of the state. And I'm sorry for whatever that you've been through, for whatever utterances that you shared. But yeah.
And let's talk about, especially the young people. I think we're trying to navigate seeing more possibilities. What should that look like for us?
All right. I'm a firm believer that we are what we eat, we are what we read, we are what we see, right? So it's always important to regulate some of the things that we expose ourselves into, right? Like I, for one, I'm not a messiah. I'm just an ordinary guy, but I made a decision that I need to see more possibilities more than anything else. Do you understand? And I choose to see possibilities. Yes, I know that the world is going upside down. Other people, they can't even finish like a sentence without including the word war, and. But I said to myself, I'm taking a clear decision that I'm gonna be seeing more possibilities, and as a result, that's me sending some sort of like waves into the universe. There is something called, let me see, there's something called quantum physics, that the more you think about something positive, the more you think about something good, and like those waves, they go to the universe, then they bounce back, and then they become some sort of like a reality. So it is true that we become what we think of, so it's important to work around our thoughts and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm living in the world of seeing more possibilities, and I'm fortunate enough to attract such. And I'm encouraging other people to start looking at the way they look at things, and also incorporate something called the emotional intelligence, the way we respond into different situations. Because yes, problems and challenges will always be there, but if you look at the world through positivity, you can always convert negativity into something else. You can always convert problems into profits. Do you understand? But yeah, let's try our utmost best to change the way we look at things.
Yeah. And actually, speaking of that, we're in October now, the 10th month of the year. A lot of people are kind of walking in here with their heads down, their shoulders are up, heads down, because they're just like, ish, 2025 was a bit of a sucker punch to the gut. How do you think we should be viewing this time around? And I think also we kind of hide behind year-end fatigue, but a lot of us are probably experiencing a depression, a sadness, because number one, festive season is coming up, and not everyone has the most amazing family setup. How would you encourage someone in that situation?
All right, thank you so kindly for touching base on that. Okay, winning is essential. Winning is important, right? And I know that we are in the second half of the year, and maybe like the third quarter type of a thing. I would like to share this with my people, that you can win in the last months of the year, right? Chances are you may have started the year like, a bit challenging and stuff like that, feeling like you're backsliding or you were like skating on thin ice. But we can finish strong, but it's always important to pay more attention into, like our strengths, and just to like to raise our shoulders a little bit and look at the world differently. And you touch base on the family setup, and we also need to encourage this thing called this idea of being self-sufficient. It's all good to have like a family unit that is like structured and stuff like that, but if you're self-sufficient, you can create that atmosphere, you yourself, and become happy. Like I, for one, so I live in my head, I can be alone for quite some time, and create an event in my head and create jubilation and stuff. Like I can speak to myself kindly, and so it's always important to reignite that kind of a feeling. You sometimes you don't need the actual group of people, and you yourself, wherever you are, just try to appreciate tiny little things, simply because like you are not in the coffin, you are not getting buried next week and so forth. You're still alive, you still have air in your lungs. Appreciate tiny little things and take it from there. But we also need to help our people to identify their limitless potential, to understand their strengths, because we are coming from places where we've been told about our weaknesses a lot, and we're starting to believe of the negatives, or maybe the weaknesses. Let's jot things down, which okay, these are my strengths, and then work around your strengths, create something from your strengths.
Simo, just absolutely amazing stuff, man. Where can we find you on social media so that those who need encouragement can seek it from you?
All right, my name is Simo Nzama, is an Simo Nzama. That's the surname. They can search find for Simo Nzama, or they can search for Seemorepocibilities, and as an SEEMORE_possibilities, and yeah, that's where they can find me. And yeah, man, thank you for loving me, thank you for everything. And to my people who are listening right now, I'd like to simply say that may you be blessed, and I wish you nothing less than what you wish for. Let's soldier on, good people. And yeah.
Amazing stuff, man. Simo, thank you so much for these kind words. I think a lot of people genuinely needed to hear that, maybe life is not that bad. We just need to change our mindset.
Exactly. Yeah, that's right, sis.
Amazing so much. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so kindly. All the best in whatever you do, good people.
Thank you. That was Simo Nzama coming through there, who is the founder of Seemorepocibilities, and making sure that we change our perspective on this life thing that we are living. Speaking of perspective, someone is in my perspective. No, you're in my perspective.
Oh, hey, good morning.
Hi, Gela. How are you?
I'm fine. Are you okay?
I'm mellow. I'm mellow.